Hello there. You clicked on this video because you're wanting a little insight into your love life. That is the #1 topic tarot readers get asked about because that is something important to pretty much everybody, the majority of the people on this earth. And it's the thing we a lot of times need advice in one way or another, so tarot reading is one way. This is an interactive tarot reading, so you're going to be using your own intuition to pick the cards. I'm just here to interpret the cards that you pick. Now this is going to be a 3-part reading. The first card you're going to pick is going to be you. It's going to be how you are as a partner and a basic what your love language is, how you express your love to other people, how do you let other people know you love them. And this could seep into other things, not just your romantic relationship. It could be your relationship with family or friends, and it's just who you are as a person, how you express your love in general. Now the second card you're going to pick is going to be like an action card, and I actually have 2 different interpretations for each card. The first one is going to be if you're single, how it applies, and if you're in a relationship, how it applies. It has the same basic energy, basic action, but I think it makes more sense to people if you get it in the context of whether you're in a relationship or not. So I have a slightly different interpretation for whether you're single or whether you're already in a relationship. So I'll have 2 different links there. And then the last card that you will pick is just the kind of relationship you're fostering. Now there's only 2 cards to pick from there, and these are the major archetypes that we have as far as what kind of relationship you're in. So they are very general, so there's only 2 choices to pick from. The first card you're picking of who you are, you might be drawn to more than 1 card. There might be 2 cards you feel equally drawn to, or you might have 1, but there's another one that's like, ooh, maybe that one. Go ahead and check out both of the interpretations, because you're probably a mix of both, either an equal mix, or maybe one's a little bit more dominant, but you know, I'm also a lot like this too. So don't be afraid to check out more than 1 interpretation for each stage, especially the first one. The last one not so much because there's only 2 cards, but then again, you could be a mix. We are not one-dimensional beings, we are multi-dimensional. So this is just a general reading that again, like I said, it's using your own tuition to pick the cards. So it's partly you doing the work and me just telling you what your intuition is trying to say to you. But that's how a personal reading works too. I'm just using your energy in working with your guides or your god or your goddess or god and goddess or whatever, angels, whatever it is in the beyond you feel guides you. I'll tap into that. So if you're wanting, after you're doing this interactive reading, you feel like you need more insight or you have more questions, there will be information in the description below on how you can get a reading for yourself, and it'll be more directed specifically to your situation and to you. And this being a love reading, I also do couple readings. So if you and your partner or partners want a reading together, I will also do that, and I can read for each of you, and as the relationship as its own being, pretty much I could do a reading like that as well. So if you're wanting more insight, go to the description and find out how you can get that reading for yourself. How this will work is I'm going to go through this introduction and after that I'm going to do an exercise or really explain how you can clear your mind and open up your intuition to help you pick these cards if you don't really have a method already. If you do these interactive readings a lot, you might have a method to clear your mind, or whatever spiritual work you do, you may have no trouble. You just want to do your own thing. That's fine. Skip ahead to where you actually pick the card. Don't worry about listening to me and my method. It's just a suggestion if you want it. But after that, it will go into the cards. Now, if you go to the description below, that's how you're going to navigate through this video to get your interpretations and how you can go and pick the different cards. So I'll have each one, the pick a card 1, pick a card 2, pick a card 3, and the description of what you're information you're going to get from picking this card. And below that, I'll have links to each of the cards and their interpretation. So you can go to pick a card 1, go straight to the screen where it'll show you the 4 cards to pick from. I suggest you pause the video so you give ample time to pick a card and you don't feel rushed like I gotta pick one before it moves on into the interpretations. Now pause it, and that way too you can just scroll down to the description and click on the one that you picked. And then after you see the interpretation for your card, pause the video, go back down and go to pick a card 2, do your mind clearing thing, or if you're just in the zone and you just like, oh, I really want this card, pick that card. However it comes for you, everybody's different. But at any rate, yeah, have the video pause, pick a card, go down and click on the interpretation. And on the second one, like I said, there's going to be 2, one if you're single, one if you're in a relationship. So click on the one that applies to you and go to that interpretation. And once that one's done, pause the video, go down the description, go to pick a card 3, which will be the kind of relationship you're fostering. It'll only be 2 cards to pick from. Pause the video, clear your mind, do whatever you do to bring out your intuition and pick 1 or 2. And then go back down to the description and click on the timestamp link that will take you to that interpretation of whichever card you picked. And then that'll be it. You'll be done with your little interactive reading that I've orchestrated here. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, comment whether or not you liked this rating or not, or if you liked it but you didn't like this part of it. Whatever constructive criticism you have for me, I will take, because I do plan on making more interactive readings and complicated ones like this with many parts instead of, hey, just pick one of these 3 cards, which I've done those myself and I like those. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people who do that. That is great. I'm trying to be complicated here, okay? Anyway, I plan to do more in other areas like career and your spiritual life and yada yada, whatever. So let me know if you want to see more of those or what you would like to see different in future ones or whatever. Or if you just really like this reading really helped you in your love life, let me know. That really gives me encouragement that I did something good here and that I should do more in the future. So any comment you have, please leave down below. And if you like this video, subscribe as well, because like I said, I plan on making more videos like this, so you'll have to ring the bell, as they say, so you can get notifications of when I post those other interactive readings, so you can participate in those as well and maybe get insight into other areas of your life. And always make sure to share. If this video was helpful to you, you want to help other people, right? So share it, and physically share it, like, hey, if you're sitting next to your partner, be like, hey, I just did this interactive reading, why don't you do it now? And you can really get some insight into the relationship that way if you both do it, because you both got an idea of where you're both headed, and how you're different as partners, and get a little more insight and maybe understand each other's love language and where you're headed in life as far as what you want out of a relationship, and all of that really helps if you both have an idea for each other. So do that. You don't have to actually share it on the internet. You can share it in real life as well. And it'll be great. So without further explanation, I'm going to get into the mind clearing technique that you can use to open up your intuition and get a really good reading using your own subconscious and intuition to pick the cards. If you have your own method or you don't want to hear this or whatever you want to get into it, go down to the description and click on the link for pick a card number 1, and you can go ahead and start your reading right now. Okay, so you're like, well, you said part of the responsibility of this reading is me, my intuition. How do I use my intuition? I don't know. Oh, well, it's easy. It is always there and you've always had the ability. Some people have always trusted their intuition, they've always followed it, and they can rely on it and access it at any moment's notice. Other people have not gone with their gut. They haven't followed their intuition, and at many times have fought their intuition because it is not something that is solid, logical, or reasonable. Do not try to pick the cards with reason or logic, because there is none. There's just 4 cards. They do have 4 different crystals on them. They do relate to the interpretation of what they are, and this is to kind of help guide your intuition on a symbolic way. Unless you research a lot into crystals and everything else, you're not going to really know what they mean or what the result is going to be. So, but your subconscious does, because this is a language your subconscious speaks, is symbols. We all can clear our mind. We all have intuition. We can all use it. It's just some people can use it easier than others. So this is to help you if you're not really good at using your intuition, especially if you haven't really done an interactive reading before. This can help you with this reading, and you can use it for other readings to help you clear your mind when you want to use your intuition. So the most important thing here is you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be sitting or standing or laying in a position that you're uncomfortable, because that is going to invade your mind. You're going to think about, oh, my leg's asleep, or oh, my back hurts, and you're not going to clear your mind that way. So you have to be comfortable. Whatever that is for you, do it. Get comfortable. That's very important. Also, don't have big distractions. Don't have the TV going. The next step is to close your eyes. Now, you don't have to follow along and do this as I'm saying it. This is an explanation. The next part is going to be the cards that you pick. So listen to my explanation here, and then the cards will pop up. Pause that video and then do the instructions, because this is super simple. You'll remember it. Don't worry. You don't need me here telling you, even though I might have a nice soothing voice. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes. Take a deep, clearing breath. And you're going to picture a ball of light in your chest. And on each exhale, it's going to grow and grow until it envelops your whole being. Okay? When you're at this point, when you're calm, your mind is clear, open your eyes and pick your card. Now, if you haven't done an interactive reading before, you might be like, well, how do I choose? You use your intuition. It might be that one card this looks more attractive to the other. One might look brighter or darker, or your eye is just drawn. Usually one way or another, however it is, your eyes are going to be drawn to that. You're going to feel pulled towards that card. It's going to be a visual pulling, because you're just looking at a screen, whether it's a laptop or phone or whatever, you're pulled to that one card. So pick that card. Don't think about it. Don't try to reason with it. Pick it. And like I said before, that first card you pick, that first screen, those 4 cards, you may be attracted to more than one. So don't reason with you, oh, should I pick this one or this one? If 2 come out to you, pick them both. Don't think about it. Don't try to reason, well, I'm more attracted to this one. No, you're attracted to two, okay? So pick them both. The big key here is don't use your logical, reasoning, decision-making mind. That's doing you no good here. You need your subconscious, intuitive mind to just pick up on which card is you. So, without any further instruction, I'm going to let you get to it and get in some insight into your love life and hopefully help it flourish and grow into something beautiful, or even more beautiful than it already is. Have fun!
You are a protective and loyal partner. Your love language is proactive. For example, you give gifts and do things for those you love. You are a devoted and faithful partner. Your love language is expressive. For example, you like to shower your loved ones with "I love you" and compliments. You are a caring and supportive partner. Your love language is emotional. For example, you like to cheer your loved ones up or make them laugh. You are a sensual and passionate partner. Your love language is physical. For example, you tend to express your love in the sheets or just cuddling on the couch. It's time to put yourself out there, dive into the ocean and find your fish. You need to be social and step out of your comfort zone. You can't meet people staying locked away after all. It's time to step it up a notch. Dive deep into your feelings and display them. Your partner always needs to know you love them. Don't take them for granted. Show your love. It's time to commence the chase. Pour on the charm to get the attention you desire. It could be towards a particular someone or just in a general social situation. It's time to show your devotion. Pour on your love and prove to them you love them. Knowing their love language will be key to proving your love. It's time to discover what you truly want out of a relationship. Ask yourself what you want and does it exist where you're looking? It's time to explore true intimacy. Ask yourself how you express your love. Look for ways to become closer on all levels: emotional, physical, and mental. It's time to confess your love. This will be either to yourself by being honest with yourself about what you truly want, or to someone who needs to know you love them. Confess your true feelings. It's time to speak your devotion and take that next step. It could be marriage, moving in together, or just making your relationship official. You're in the devotional stage. The love life you're fostering is one of mature love. You are in or ready to be in a relationship that can survive hardships and loss, one where you each reflect the other and build each other up. You're capable of a love life based on true intimacy and love. The love life you're fostering is centered around fun and games, a relationship that is not concerned with the future, one that is driven by pleasure and what's good for you now. Your relationship or future relationship will be a fleeting romance.